This military expansion brings with it some big changes to Roman life. They dominate the Mediterranean. They grow in wealth. And this has some pretty grave social consequences. And one of those is if you come in contact with other civilizations and you conquer them, you become focused on explaining why your civilization is so much superior than all others. And you can think of all sorts of contemporary examples for that, I am sure. One public figure who does this a lot is Marcus Porcius Cato. Porcius meaning pig, and you can just play around with that however you want. He becomes known as Cato the Younger. And we know a lot of him from speeches that he wrote. Obviously, you've got some excerpts that we can tease out a little bit more in terms of how he presents himself and what he thinks is appropriate for individuals in government. He writes a book called Origins. And this book is full of prose relating to things like statesmanship, war, political events. Horse breeding is something he likes a lot too. But the central theme that runs through it all is the gradual building of Roman tradition and state that expands beyond the city of Rome. What he wants to do in this text is buttress the correct, read like traditional Roman way of life. He wants to make Rome great again. And he tells Romans they should be proud of their past, especially in the face of a Hellenized Rome and all sorts of people coming into Rome who aren't like those old Romans. He points out how Roman soldiers had defeated all the opponents in Italy, in Sicily, and Greece, but in doing so, they also bring back elements of their culture. Greek books, Greek scholars, Greek tutors, Greek slaves, Greek furniture, Greek clothing, all those types of things. That huge dominance of the Mediterranean changes Roman life. And now it becomes a life of comfort, leisure, ease, individualism. This is the point in which Rome transforms into a slave economy, builds lots of great things off of the labor of other individuals. And for Cato, the price paid from that, or for that rather, is a weakening of collective tradition and collective spirit. Rome has gotten soft. He sees this focus on the East and all the knowledge and the learning that people are getting from the Greeks as weakening Rome, and that is one of the reasons why he is focused on fighting a traditional enemy, in this case, Carthage. He sees Carthage as recovering from the Punic War as well. He doesn't necessarily dismiss all things that are Greek. He says Sparta was awesome, talks a lot about Lycurgus and about Leonidas because they display leadership traits that he sees as being parallel to those in the early Roman Republic. But he also sees things that Rome's missing now. Austerity, pride, moderation and wealth, a ruling elite who could avoid things that are harmful to the Roman state. He sees contemporary Greece with a focus on theoretical thought, wealth, luxury, a focus on the individual. Remember when we talked about Hellenistic philosophy, you've got this huge cosmopolitan world, so you've got to focus on yourself rather than contributing to the polis. He sees all of these as things that need to be pushed out of the Roman psyche. His big claim is that Rome's rise was a collective achievement. So Rome needs to remain focused on their collective action and get rid of all these spoiled individuals who are probably going to just focus on themselves. Okay, I think that's good here. We're going to think about some changes in the social fabric a bit more on the next slide.